Hi guys, it's Mrs. Klein. I'm going to be here talking to you guys about your digestive system for your science lesson today. So think about this delicious cookie that I have in front of me. The minute you start seeing this and you start thinking about this, your mouth starts to water, and that begins our digestive system. And so if I take a bite of this, my teeth are grinding on the cookie, and by grinding on the cookie, it's making that cookie into a mush, and the saliva in my mouth is helping the digestive of that. And then when I swallow it, I'm now going to have it go down my food tube called your esophagus, and then it goes into my stomach. And in my stomach are these wonderful things called gastric juices, and they go in there and they make sure that there's no poisons or anything like that in my food or whatever's going on, and it kind of kills off any bacteria that could be there, but it also helps out with the digestive system. And as it continues down my stomach, and it's there for a little while, it goes into my small intestines. The small intestine's job is to take anything that might be nutritious and good out of this cookie and absorb that into the rest of my body system. And so probably not too much nutrition in this one, but if I had something good for me like an apple or a piece of celery, it'd be absorbing the vitamins in there in my body. And then it would go into my large intestines, and my large intestines job is for it to, anything that's this waste, that's no longer anything that I'm going to need in my body, it's going to take out any moisture, the water that might be inside whatever I might have eaten, and it's going to take out that moisture part of it. What's left over is just complete waste, and your body does not need it at all, and it gets rid of it, and that we call poop. So that's the end of that whole job. But I'm going to go through right now. We're going to look at what this looks like inside of our body. So let me show you. Thank you. So he does have an apple. He took a bite out of his apple, his mouth, he was chewing on the apple. The pieces were getting smashed up so they could be swallowed. And then it goes into the food tube, which is the esophagus, into the stomach, and the stomach is where we have those gastric acids. They're going to take and make sure that we digest it even further, more into our body. And then into the small intestines, which go around and around and around. That's where all of our food, all of our good things that are in there are getting absorbed by our body, and into our body. And then into the large intestines, which kind of goes on the outside around of our body. That's where we lose the moisture of it, and then out. So what we're going to do is we're going to work on this worksheet together, and we're going to draw the lines where they go. So the food is chewed and mixed with saliva. Where would I draw my line for that part? Where does that happen? Think back to what I had said earlier. Hopefully you're thinking, oh, that's whenever I put it in my mouth and I start chewing. The food moves to the food tube. The food tube, which is also called the esophagus. So that would be this food tube. Oh, and now I have it again, but now it tells me it's the esophagus. That's a big word for food tube. So I'm going to put it here. The food moves into the stomach. And then the food moves into the stomach. Oh, that's twice. We'll just put it in here again. Intestinal juices help to digest this food. Okay, so my intestines are doing their job. It's the small intestines. And then the stomach juices mash the food and turn it into a paste. Ooh, I see this word stomach, so that means I'm going to bring it up here to the stomach. And then the nutrients get absorbed into that intestine, the small one. And then the waste is released out from our large intestines, and then out it goes. All right, so that is our lesson today about our digestive system.